And we're kicking off the transition episode, the weird episode between seasons with the free agency recap. One notable cut, did cut Larry Ogunjobi because I could save about $7 million by doing so, and he is still out there as a free agent. I was able to save some money there. I wanted to save the money. We did that. Contracts in terms of players we signed. So Stephon Gilmore, 1-year deal. Alvin Kamara, that third down back, receiving back, 2-year deal. Decent enough overall, still has the athleticism there. Brought back Dante Jackson on a 1-year deal. Brought in Odell Beckham Jr. on a 1-year deal, mostly for that mentor tag and a slide in likely as that third receiver. Justin Fields, brought him back on a 5-year deal with a pretty decent price tag attached to it. Let's just take a little look-see here. Yeah. Decent price tag attached with it. 5-year deal. Had to outbid some guys on the open market. I'm okay with that. Brought in Roy Robertson Harris on a bridge deal, and then a bunch of depth guys. Keanu Neal, you can get some valuable sub linebacker packages with him. Zach Wilson, fun, entertaining, young backup with some potential. Got a lot of tools there. And then 3 backup offensive linemen, 2 tackles, and a center with the all-important mentor tag. Big guys around the league. Patriots making a huge splash, bringing in Zach Martin and Amari Cooper. JOK goes to the Rams, and the Patriots bring in Chase Young as well. There we go. Jaylen Warren went and signed a 3-year deal with the Raiders. Nice to see there. Mike Hilton found himself with the Raiders as well. Thought about that. Ultimately decided against it. We are kind of really moving forward with Joey Porter Jr., bringing in Stephon Gilmore, just that established guy. Bringing back Dante Jackson, trying to have it be a little familiar, and it is hard to see what other people in the division did because I don't know. They did much. Oh, there we go. Terrell Edmonds went to the Giants. So pretty active in free agency. Got our big difference maker in Stephon Gilmore and brought back Justin Fields. That was a big thing. We have $9 million in cap space to play around with. And then we're going to head through the draft. Got a pretty decent draft board set up of guys I want to take. Looking to fill out running back spots. Cam Hayward's getting up there in age. Pickens wants us to get a quarterback. I just brought back Justin Fields, so that's going to be a no from me. But love the enthusiasm. And going to enter the draft and show you what that looks like on the other side. So I took the headset off and stopped recording for a minute, and there's a really cool video that they have going. I love the improved presentation of the draft. This board is just kind of cool to see and cool to look at. And let's see what the board looks like. Let's see who is there for us. Garfield, quarterback, projected top 5, but 2nd to 3rd round talent. I will pass on that. As receiver would be nice. We have some D tackles up there. Eddie Wilcox, power rusher. Could slide him over to end. Got some corners right there. Quincy Bennett is someone I want to get probably with my 2nd round pick at around pick 17 in the 2nd round. We finished quite middle of the pack-ish. Bunch of receivers here with those solid grades. I think this guy's going to be a heck of a steal. And so, with that being said, I'm just kind of skipping through everything. With that being said, the first guy I'm going to go ahead and pick up it is going to be, I think we're going to go with Eddie Wilcox. Defensive tackle. Get the ability early to have an impact, to be in an impact spot. Left end is pretty open for competition. Power rusher, he would fit the scheme there. Very athletic. Fantastic measurables. We're going to make him the pick. Stud Finder. Ranked number 32 in true talent and drafted him at 17. So a bit of a reach there. This is actually really cool. Muscular frame, explosive power, wreaks havoc when able to disengage from run blocks, generates consistent pocket push with his bull rush. So a pretty solid draft. Eddie Wilcox, first round pick, 74 overall. Defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman. Got two very good receivers here. In Michael Harris, out of USC, and Tevin McCain out of Florida State. Backup running back in Zach Harris, backup free safety in Charlie Dowling. John Tucker, depth tackle, depth receiver in Coleman. Depth defensive tackle in Javonte White. Depth quarterback in Amir Barber. Solid day at the draft. Gonna head on over into the preseason and into training camp and have some fun there. Run through some drills, see how much of the drills I really get through. See how many of the preseason games we have trade offers for Cole Holcomb ×2. Interesting. Very intriguing. Very interesting. Yeah, not a ton left to do except fire through preseason, fire through training camp, get to week 1, do the cuts, set the goals, and go from there.
And we're doing a little bit of post-commentary for the remainder of the preseason as Harris runs in a tough rushing touchdown against the Panthers. The reason for this is because I kind of recorded and played the games in my spare time. I wasn't really in commentating and recording mindset or really just time of day. Just kind of playing the games, getting some footage as Zach Wilson unloads the deep ball complete to Odell Beckham Jr. And we're kind of going to use this time to talk about the team, talk about the situation, talk about the upcoming season. As the pocket gets collapsed, TJ Watt, huge sack. That's what you're looking forward to with this team. Look at the defense. Beautiful stop on 3rd and 1. Forcing it to be 4th and 1. As now we get our 3rd-string rookie quarterback. Some action. We did end up signing Ryan Tannehill to be that 3rd quarterback, that mentor quarterback, because we have a very young quarterback room. When you look at Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, and now the rookie who is completing his passes very well. But the goal of this team is, 1, make the freaking playoffs. Just collapsed last season down the stretch and just missed out on the playoffs. It's brutal. It's unfortunate. Signed Fields to a much longer deal than I would have liked, but I wasn't about to be left with nothing for quarterback. We were not in a position to pick one in the draft. Did not feel like trading up to get one, so we said screw it. Got a good look at Fields, played well down the stretch. Let's rock and roll with him. It's not an impossible contract by any means. It's not one that we can't move off of if we need to. Again, I really, really hope that doesn't become what we're looking for. I hope we're not looking for a way out of this contract because we don't need to add quarterback to our list of things to work on. What's going to do us in for the offense? You saw that right there. Pocket collapsed from both sides. Tackles getting beat, pressure getting in there and affecting the throws. Because when you have Justin Fields, you're looking for the deep ball. You are looking for the big play, the scrambling ability, the rushing ability. He can easily rip off 20, 30-yard runs in open space. But sometimes you're going to have to learn to take the check down, take the short yardage plays, which is something that, honestly, I'm going to be working on too in Madden. When I play Madden, I do not like to be a check down Charlie and always look for the quote-unquote smart throw. But you'll see at times like that, it almost gets you 20 yards in the first down on 3rd and 1,000,000. So sometimes you got to take what the defense is giving you. That's something we're going to be working on here as we are trying to kick this field goal to tie a preseason game and just have it end in a tie. You ice a kicker in preseason? Come on, guys. Let's just get out of here. Boswell lining up, hits the kick, and drills it inside for a tie in the preseason. As we move on, we have a press conference coming up. It's that time of year. It's training camp. It's position battles. It's rookies and vets. Who's going to get the nod? Who's going to win the battle and get those all-important reps in the regular season? And who's going to hold down the fort, be that starter? And if you're a veteran, continue your career. If you're a rookie, develop and make a name for yourself. And we have a battle at left end, according to most experts, between Eddie Wilcox and Dean Lowry. First-round rookie, multiple-year veteran. You could just say there will not be a battle, but we are going to go with the most TFLs will determine our starter. We will check back at the end of the preseason. We're doing the whole preseason in this one episode, right? We have a few minutes left. We have a talk with Joey Porter Jr. during training camp saying, you know what? My agent's been telling me my personality can cause problems. And you know what? Hey, there might be truth to that. You know, he knows he's obsessed with his brand and socials all the time. Would we change that about him? Gonna be honest. Don't really want him to change. I'm not gonna tell him to change. Great player. He is a very good player for this team. Our number one corner. We're not gonna get him to change. Why would we? He's been playing well, and he really appreciates that. And we gain his trust, up his morale by 20 as we get going for the second preseason game against the Bears. Justin Fields returned to Chicago on the read option. Almost gets carried into the end zone. Not quite there. Running some hurry up. We're going to continue to go with the read option. Handing it to Harris, bouncing off tacklers, and gets brought down. Unfortunately, Broderick Jones does get injured. Hoping that is not long-term, as it is 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to hand off to Harris, gaping hole up the middle, and he dives in. Harris, let's not be afraid to lean on the ground game with Harris. Strong running back, first-round selection. He can lead the league in yards and touchdowns, as Fields on the quick drop back, pitch and catch to Pickens on the drag. He takes it the rest of the way and in. Taking the smart throw like that, less exciting, can lead to points as Zach Wilson steps in the third quarter and throws a fade touchdown to Odell Beckham Jr. Left side of the end zone against the Bears, but unfortunately Alvin Kamara out with a compound foot fracture. That's going to keep him out for an extensive period of time. We're going to throw him on IR. We need a new third down running back now, and we are shifting gears to sign Austin Eckler to fill that role. And now in the final preseason game against the Saints, Field with the play action fake and rolling, trying to set throw. No options. We're lucky that was an incomplete pass. Very lucky, actually, because that really should not have been. Take the smart play. Don't be afraid to throw it away, because that's how I'm going to throw some dumb interceptions. Trying to do a lot. Fields under pressure, breaks off the tackler, guns in the back of the end zone, and just out of reach. Makes the catch, can't get the feet down. And it is 4th and 1 on the 4. Goal line, quarterback sneak is the play we're dialing up. Works with Fields. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Dynamic runner, but he can also get it done between the tackles on the sneak. Rush to the line, and we run it again. And he finds his way into the end zone. Fields could easily get 5-10 rushing touchdowns on the year. And another play action fake for Fields. Guns it to Freiermuth. 3 Saints around him. Fields puts it in the perfect spot as Freiermuth makes the grab for the score. And Derek Carr relegated to backup duty for the Saints as they drafted the quarterback. Adams trips him up. Clean-up duty right there. Buries him for an 11-yard loss. Yep, Derek Carr replaced again. There's not much more to be added to that sentiment. Huge contract. I think it's a very cuttable contract as he steps up and chucks away. He could have had a couple yards on the ground there if he decided to just tuck and run. Could have slid as well. They have the time for it. Instead, 3rd and 21 on the 24 as Carr lines up in the gun, brings over the receiver, drops back to pass, and rolls right into a sack. Oh, Carr sets up 4th and 28. Not much else to be said there. Derek Carr making bad decisions, takes the check down, And Holcomb hit sticks the receiver. Ends it right there. And we're checking in on that position battle. Why is our offensive coordinator telling us that our left end won a position battle? I don't know. But I agree. And I'm happy. Because I wanted him to win and get those game reps anyway. Going back to the practice field and training camp for the last little bit. We're talking about the team identity. Then we're going over the roster. What can the fans expect from the defense? Stop the run, stop the pass, tough in the red zone. We are going to create turnovers and sacks. We will be optimistic and opportunistic. Optimistic with the goal, opportunistic, forcing turnovers and sacks. And we are looking to get 40 sacks on the season. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, we can do that. Even Eddie Wilcox as well. We can do that. Absolutely. That's going to be our identity. And offensive line, exact same, right? Exact same. Tight end room, exact same as last year. Receiver room, same for the most part. We have Odell Beckham Jr. there as well. I just need to regenerate the lineup to get Austin Eckler in there. We have Ty Chandler as the backup. Eckler is going to be that third down back. Chandler is going to be technically RB2 in this situation. Roman Wilson, wide receiver 2. And Odell Beckham Jr. holding down the slot position. As the offensive line remains unchanged, we have Fields, Wilson, and Tannehill as our quarterbacks. Defense, largely unchanged. Sean Elliott and Stephon Gilmore and Eddie Wilcox are big changes. Ryan Stonehouse is our new punter. Chris Boswell continues to be our kicker. And as for the specialists, it's what you expect. Queen, Holcomb, linebackers. Eckler, RB3. Jackson, slot. Rush guys are exactly the same. And we're looking forward to another great season for the Pittsburgh Steelers.